Right, hello there, I'm LD, and in today's video I am reviewing Gabeup's add-on. What is Gabeup's add-on? Some of you are probably expecting my next F-Sang review, but I can't do that yet because I'm waiting for the next update for the mod to release, because I'm not going to go with all the Iron Man stuff just to have it be outdated like 2 or 3 weeks later. So Gabeup's add-on I figured would be fitting to go over, seeing as it is an add-on. It's a Palladium add-on, but it is also an add-on for F-Sang's add-on as well. Well, it relies on things from F-Sang's add-on to work, and it has compatibilities with F-Sang's add-on. The mod, as well as the map I'm using, will be linked in the description. We're on a different map today. I want to say, by the way, the music at the start, I know it's different. I'm just trying something different, so sorry if it didn't work. I hope you enjoy the review, and I suppose we will go on to that. Also, apologies if my voice sounds off. I haven't really slept very well. But, so the first thing we're going to go over is the actually, what is it specifically called? It's specifically called. We'll find out in a second. But this is the Atom Smasher power. You get this by getting Radium. Radium begins spawning at Y40 and goes down to Bedrock. I've put little signs for myself because I'm tired. I might forget things, and I figured I'll put little signs so I remember. This is what it looks like. It spawns in walls mostly. Like you might have to dig around a bit to find it. Maybe do a bit of strip mining. But yeah. So you find this and you use this to craft the radium infusion cell. Obviously, you take your raw radium, highly volatile, you smelt it, and you use this recipe: 2 redstone flux, 2 lead circuits, 1 gold, and 4 refined radium. Lead is just a palladium ore that's very commonly found. It's like copper. It's incredibly common. And redstone flux crystals are found with redstone. They're 100% spawn with all redstone deposits, but they spawn with quite a few. You take your radium infused cell. Now you might question, why have I got 2 suits here? Because these are 2 different variations of the power. I don't know a lot about Atom Smasher. All I know because of this add-on is that there's 2 different versions. So when you use your radium infusion cell, you have a chance of getting either of 2 powers. So if I use this, you get this effect, atomic infusion, and that lasts for a minute, and then after that's over you get your power. I'm just going to go into creative though and get both of the powers just in case I don't get one or the other, but you get the atomic physiology, that's what it's called. You get the Pratt and the Rothstein variants. So should we wait for this to run out? Should we wait for this? Should we go over anything else whilst I'm doing vials? That's a thing. Gabeup's add-on uses its own blood system. So you get an empty vial, which is 3 glass panes with 1 oak button. You can get your blood out of this by shift right clicking, and you can also take out your powers with it, similar to how F-Sang's works, but it's on its own system. Yeah, you get blood, and then you get blood by shift right clicking, and then you take your blood in your vial and you put it into a smoker to make activated blood sample, genetics and such. And this is used in a whole bunch of recipes, but we're going to go over that eventually, not right now. That didn't work. Oh, have I done something? Oh, okay, give me a sec. I'm going to check something. Okay, I even thought to myself as well, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I know what I've forgotten. You're supposed to blow yourself up when you have the effect. You blow yourself up, which I really should have caught that, because I know that as well. Like I said, I'm tired, I blanked. But yeah, it's TNT. Similar to how you get the Hulk power, which I went over in another F-Sang review that you might want to check out, more of my content. So let's give ourselves this again. Bam. And explode me. Yeah, I've got a backup of this. Well, don't worry. I didn't make the same mistake as I did with Lost Burrito. I've got a backup of this. This is New Isle, which is, to be fair, quite popular, so a few people might know this. Oh, I think I've got the Pratt variant, not the Rothstein. How are you alive? Somehow you've absorbed this atomic energy and you've been empowered. Atomic physiology, yes, this is. So you got that little bar, that's your atomic energy, and it fills up more and more just passively. So yeah, you're just strong. You also have a block ability. Turns out relatively quickly, but if I get like if I slash summon a husk, why? Okay, the world's on peaceful. I didn't know. I even knew that as well. I just forgot to change it. But yeah, so it blocks all damage. Yes. So what? So the max is 6 with the speed, 6 damage. Yes, that's very nice. Very nice. Very nice amount of damage, if I do say so myself. Right hook knockout. Pivot your body and slide forward into a devastating punch. Let's do it like this. 16. That's very nice. Obviously, it takes me through atomic energy. And then, of course, we have the enhanced speed. You can enhance your running speed. This is noticeably enhanced, which is nice. I really like this add-on. I'm just going to say that now, just in case. I might seem a bit biased because I really like this. So if I do, it's just because I really like this add-on. I'm just going to be honest about that. You can increase your strength so that you can do even more. So 7, 8. Oh, I wonder if it's going to be 10. No, it's only 9. Sometimes it's... Well, no, that's more of an S-Sang thing. And then obviously we have our durability. So we have a durability of 6, which I believe is based off your atomic energy. Yeah, it is. So the more atomic energy you have, the more defense you have, which is nice. And that's actually really interesting as well. You can upgrade your durability to 10. You can upgrade your health to 26. And you can make it so that your body heals itself. The healing factor is decent. I mean, that there it is there. It's decently fast. Does it vary depending on how much energy you have saved? I'm not going to check that because it would be a bit of a hassle, and it doesn't really overly matter because it feels quick enough to the point where you wouldn't really notice. So then we have the crook juggling. Time for some juggling. Hold your opponent in the air and... What did that say? Go to town. I thought, oh, okay, I thought that said go downtown. But whatever. But yeah, so I guess yeah, you can just hold them and do that, which could be useful. That has its uses. Let me at 'em. Channel your atomic energy in your body to enter a powered up state. Let's put on this one of the suits. I like the masks. I think the mask is slightly different on... Is it different? Because I think this one's more square. Because I think this is the original. But so I do 9 damage. Then when this is active, I do 12 damage. Or as that goes down with my thing, and you get nice little particle effects on your hands. I think you're faster. So you get stronger as well. It just enhances your already enhanced stats, which is nice. I haven't seen this with many powers. So yes, that was the Pratt variant. Then we have the Rothstein. I forgot to... I did some testing. Well, no, I made the intro that you just watched, and I forgot to reset this. Yeah, so your base damage is 4. Of course, I assume... Does that increase with your... Oh! Doesn't increase with your energy. I need to take the suit off to show off this properly. Yeah, 4 armor base damage of 4. You have a block ability which lasts the exact same amount of time. You have an enhanced running speed as well. Isn't massively like noticeably enhanced too much. Well, no, it is. Well, it's more noticeable than most add-ons where they enhance the speed. I don't know why. Like I say, I haven't slept well. You can increase your durability to 10. You can increase your health to 26, and your healing, which is the exact same. Really, oh, well, you are stronger. Well, no, you're not. You do 8 at your max, which isn't stronger. Atomic growth. Harness your atomic power to increase your molecular mass, granting you increased size and strength. Boom. There's a nice little animation on this, which I will show off in a second. But you can also get atomic shrinking, which allows you to go back to normal size, which you cannot do until you unlock this. Oh, that's the nice little animation. And the bigger you are, your armor, toughness, and health is increased, so you get slower as well. You also do, your damage is also increased, yes. And you can upgrade that as well once more, which doesn't lower your speed. I suppose maybe because it's like, oh, your body's adapted to the power. I know that the Atom was also on a planned content list, but I don't know if that's still a thing. I hope it is, because I want to see how Gabeup handles shrinking with this. But yeah, so nice, proper nice. I quite like this. I like the animation. I find it really interesting. Atomic Crasher, deal out devastating environmental damage with your fist, crashing through everything. This is some of these are size based. So if I already got a crater anyway. I just nearly died. I nearly killed myself with that. Ooh, that's dangerous. Maybe be a bit careful with that. Atom Smasher. Gather your strength and create a tremor with your muscles. Ooh. I don't know where this put me. Yeah, let's go back to my... Yeah, so be careful. You best be careful with that, because it could kill you. Oh, and this is all sized up as well. This is going to be annoying to... Actually, oh, never mind, it won't be, because I can just do this and then go and get it all. Am I missing anything? I got all these vials just in case I'd need them, but I don't think I will. Right, well. I think back where it was? Yes. So that was that. Be careful of that. Let's go back down to regular size. That takes energy to do as well. Then Atom Phaser, and it's reset my experience, which I had set at the very max that it could be. Let's do this again. So, Atomic Phaser. Can you guess? Can you guess what the Atom Phaser is? Maybe it allows you to change your molecular density to phase through things whilst you're holding it down. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at this. Looky at me. Aren't I interesting? But yeah, so this is one of the things you can do. So, you know, it's sort of an exchange. The other one is stronger generally just when you, like, you know, you don't have to change too much. You're just passively strong, whereas this is more of a, you sort of have to, well, to be fair, this is strong. I don't even know what I'm saying. This is strong. Like, just generally. Zeus denying it. Do you do damage or more damage? Was your fate? No, you can't interact with the world around you, which sort of makes sense because you've lowered. What did it say? Lowered your molecular density. So you're the Atom Smasher. There you go. That's the Rothstein. Actually, that's. Oh, I do want to put this on. I like this. I like this version of the suit. I think the helmets are different. It might just be in my head. It's probably just in my head, to be fair. Yeah. But I like this. I prefer this variant of the suit to the other one. Right, yes. So, what they called? Daxamites. These are Daxamites. You get these in the end, similar to how you get set, well, the same way you get them in F-Sangs, kind of. I will put an image on the screen now of what the spaceship looks like that you get the Daxamite fossil in, which you need to make the power. So, here that is. If I put both of them in, you'll see that there's a skull with a bit of suspicious sand beneath it. That's why I put this. You need to take a brush with you. You need to be able to brush it, and then you can get your Daxamite fossil. What do you do with the Daxamite fossil, seeing as I've forgotten to put it on the thing? Daxamite fossil. You take two of them. You need two of them. And you put them with a smithing template, and you get the Daxamite DNA comics. And there's a little thing, Fight with Valor. I forgot to put the goddamn power here as well. I'm off my game a bit. Right, Daxamite. So, the Daxamite comics variant. You just a Kryptonian, really. Like, it's very similar. Obviously you have 4 armor plus 2 toughness, 24 health. You do 4 base damage. You're just alright, I guess. What am I doing? This is solar energy based, so you do store solar energy. I don't know a lot about the Daxamites, really. I know that they're like sort of genetic cousins to Kryptonians, and that's basically about it. It's just max of 14.1 was 14, but I assume that's just because the solar energy is filling. You also got speed, which is the shift scroll kind. Oh, I'm near lead. Oh, I put that there exactly to show this off. So yeah, you get lead poisoning because obviously they're weak to lead. I think I guess they are. They're weak to lead. So lead blocks your powers and kills you. Really, they're sort of just a bit screwed over on Earth. There's a lot of lead here. I mean, not like lots and lot. Well, I mean, it depends on where you go, I suppose. Yeah, very fast running speed. Nice little trail as well. Let's scroll. This is going to take ages. That is one thing that I will say. It's not a criticism. It's just a little bit. It's just something that annoys me. Is that I wish this went down in increments of 2%, because that's something that happens in S-Sangs that I quite like. But yeah. So let's get our hunger bar back up before we do anything else. So we have. So that was the speed. Let's go for the stats first. You can increase your durability all the way up to 14. Your toughness can go all the way up to 6. Your vitality, which is your health, can go all the way up to 56. And your healing can be increased as well. Yeah, so again, decent healing. Not like too powerful, but very good, very useful. Suits as well. As a cape, I assume I can use F-Sang capes to make this, but anyway. So, suits. You got your suits, so I should go over how to make those before I, move on, because there's a bunch of suits here. Well, actually, I will do that when I do the items, because that just makes the most sense to, clump that all in together. So, yes, right, that's strength, flight. You can fly, because you're a genetic cousin of a Kryptonian or whatever. So, yeah, yellow sun and whatnot, and however, 99. That's not slower than I thought it would be, but I assume. Yep, hypersonic flight. Oh, and this is another thing I like about Gabeup is he has nice little flight animations. But yeah, very fast. Oh, this is very fast flight. Yeah. And then I suppose that's everything with these stats. We should go over the abilities. We'll go over this last. X-ray vision. You got X-ray vision. Wow. You've obviously got your solar energy. I'll go over this now as well. This is important. So this is the solar bodysuit white. Currently it's the only variant, but I believe we're getting like a black colour. I don't know if we're going to get more colours or more customizations. But I think it's from Young Justice, and presumably there's a comic where Superman needs to wear something to absorb more solar energy. But I remember seeing it was just like a Young Justice thing with this. So it just increases the rate at which you absorb solar energy. It's got customizations. You can change the symbol to L, Zod, blank. I don't know what the Zod is. You can't wear armor when doing this, so because obviously it increases the amount in which you gain solar energy. So that's the sort of exchange. But yeah, super toss. Grapple your enemies and hold on tight, swing them around and toss them far away, or right into the ground from above. Right, yeah, let's get ourselves a husk. They're having a bit of a bam. Oh no. But yeah, I mean, you can sort of see what you could do with that. Knockout. Channel your strength into a devastating punch and unleash your power. Oh, crikey. If I do that on you, will you break? Let's do it over here just to be safe. But Okay, you didn't break, but it didn't show me how much damage I did. Oh, and you get night vision in dark areas, which I believe is reliant on having unlocked X-ray vision, similar to how it is with the Kryptonian. Oh no, with the Kryptonians. So 14, 24. Which does that scale with your solar energy, or does it more scale with your strength unlocks? Because some powers do that. Hurricane breath. Anyway, bam. This is, you can increase this by scrolling to 5. So this isn't a frost breath, so you just shoot out air, I guess. I don't, so yeah, take a deep breath, release a blast of air from your lungs, like, lungs, the likes anyone, from your lungs, the likes anyone has ever seen. Okay. Heat vision. Heat vision. So. Oh, is it orange? Oh, the beams are orange. You can, again, this is another one you can scroll to increase max to 16 damage. And then, of course, you can also unlock the solar energy charge upgrades. So when you get to Y level 500, so it's a very fast flying. Your cells feel more invigorated, your power is growing. So yeah, you start to... And I've got the stack as well with this. So yeah, that's, yeah, gaining a lot of solar energy. And oh, I should mention, these solar suits, they work with the Kryptonians in S-Sang's add-on. So you can use it on those to also gain solar energy faster. What's the next one? Try fly to Y level 900 to gain even more. I need to be careful with this because going to 1000 makes me go to Ad Astra. Come on, careful. Oh, okay. Just a little bit more. And bam. Your cells feel more invigorated, your power is growing. I think that's the same message. But yeah, that charges real fast up here. So what's next on the docket? Super Flare. Release as much solar energy, that's a text bug, as you can through your entire body. Power up your heat vision to the maximum and shine bright like a star. I'll show that off last because it will drain all my energy and I want to show what the max stats are. But yeah, so as you can see my armor's going up. I don't think your toughness increases at all either. It's mostly just waiting for this. Oh, and yeah, that's one annoying thing with this is you can't turn off the scroll. So if you scroll down, your speed will go down. Which you can solve by filling up your entire inventory. I'm going to speed this up in post. Right, so I had to cut there very quickly, but I'm back now. I just had someone knock on the door. So the solar energy's back, which I sped up in post. LD, remember to speed this up in post, by the way, just so you don't forget. So let's go down all the way down back here. I'm gonna see how much max damage we can do. So, alright, let's go back over here and punch 29.2. That's, I expected it to be an even amount, but I suppose not. I am at max, aren't I? I think I am, yeah, just, yeah. I'm gonna move over here for this, just in case it destroys things. Boom, oh my goodness gracious, 30 damage a hit. Goodness me. Okay, I can turn that off. Good to know. So, you can turn that off, you get weakness free, you get mining fatigue, and you get slowness for a full minute. So, slash effect clear. I'm not dealing with that. So, that was the super solar flare, or whatever you might want to call it. That's also called heat vision, but it's called the super flare, which that might be changed. So lead. That's one thing I mentioned. You're weak to lead. Oh, let me go over here. Oh God, I'm dying. It's so tragic. This works similar to kryptonite in the sense that it will drain your solar energy, and then once your solar energy is drained, you start to die. So I mentioned this earlier. Daxamite's last hope. Now, this can cure your weakness to lead, but you also lose strength in your attributes with like your healing and your health and things like that. But how do you get this? So you get this. You need a Daxamite lead antidote. Now, how do you get that? That's the question. You need a Brainiac communicator. Who are you calling with this? You need a Brainiac circuit to make that, which you get from a bottled end structure, which I'm going to put on screen now. Alright, so you're going to look for that, and you might need to find a few, because you need 4 of these, and a Nether Star. And quite a bit of raw titanium. That's something I should go over. How do you get titanium? There's a few different ways. F-Sang's add-on has a few meteorites which have those, which you can see in my other F-Sang reviews if you want to. But also you can find vibranium meteorites, which are found beneath what they're called, herbs. They're called something herbs, heart-shaped herbs. That's what they're called. Heart-shaped herbs, which have vibranium beneath them, vibranium meteorites directly beneath heart-shaped herbs. But you also find some raw titanium in there. Not a lot, but you find some. So that's another way to get it. And I think, actually, no, I don't know if that's implemented or not. Whether you can just find this underground. But yeah, so raw titanium and then a block of gold, and that's how you get a Brainiac communicator. And in fact, I'm going to show off with that because I didn't think to do that. So I did Brainiac communicator. So let's say I'm in a survival playthrough where I've just crafted this. I'm a poor Daxamite, and oh goodness me, the lead on this planet is so terrible. Please, Brainiac, help me. Ring, ring, ring. Brainiac 5. Hello, which organic life form am I speaking to? You say you need a cure for lead poisoning. Daxamite? Affirmative. Sending one to your timeline. Isn't that nice? And I've got a Daxamite lead antidote, which I then buy this with. And there you go. I'm no longer weak to lead. My life is so much easier ever since I used the lead antidote. You should go to your local shop and buy one today. But yeah, so your stats do just get worse. It doesn't lock any of these, but which I thought it would. But your stats just are worse. Your healing's worse. But yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a fair exchange. You lose. It's like if you were Kryptonian, it's would you give up your weakness to kryptonite for? I mean, it depends on would you be immune to all kryptonite or just the green one. But it really just depends. Like obviously it weakens your stats, so that's inconvenient. And obviously a lot of recipes require lead. I should mention that. Yeah, like quite a few. Obviously, these are modded stuff, but if I... there's lead circuits, which you need in a lot of recipes. There's lead capacitors, but yeah, lead circuits you need in... the radium infusion cell, the arc reactors from Sang's add-on, and then the flux capacitors as well. You need to be able to make a lot of this stuff, so it's really just sort of... What do you want? What do you want? Would you rather less stats but not be weak to that? Or... But yeah, so that is the lead antidote. Am I going on a bit? I feel like I'm going on a bit. Anyway, that was the Daxamite. So let's go on to one of my favourite powers, which I'm not going to tell you the name of yet, because I might try and make you guess. So you need this stuff. This is the Lazarus... What exactly is it called again? Is it Lazarus? Is it just called Lazarus Fluid Bucket? But you need a Lazarus Fluid Bucket, which gives you regeneration and blindness when you're in it, which makes sense. You find this. We find one of these. I believe Y level 20 to Y level 0 anywhere. I'll put an image on screen of what it looks like now. So yeah, you take a lot of buckets with you. You take a lot of buckets and you smelt the buckets into goo. And yes, I do remember to show the recipe for the ingot. But yeah, so you smelt the you take your bucket, you smelt it in a blast furnace, specifically a blast furnace, into concentrated dionysium gel. You're making lotion. No, not really. Then you take a vibranium ingot, which I went over how to get a second ago. You take 1, 2, 3, 4. and you make yourself a Dynasium ingot. It has a revitalizing aura to it. You then use this to make a Dynasium serum with an activated blood sample, genetics and such, which I went over previously as well in this review, if you're paying attention. So, you get this, and that's the power. Separate yourself from the herd. Can you guess which character this is? Can you guess? This is a video, so you really can't. A Vandal Savage. I don't know a lot about the guy. I know a little bit about him from 1 or 2 CW show episodes, which is not probably the greatest way to find out about a character. And I think he's like commissioner in Gotham or something. I don't know though, because I don't really read comics. I want to, but I don't. That's going on a tangent. So you get, so that's how you get this, and you're just immortal. I'm not even exaggerating there. You get multiple lives. So yeah, you get 24 base health, and I'm going to take this off because this looks silly. But yeah, so you got enhanced agility, which is a noticeable increased running speed, which, as you know, I like. Obviously, your damage can be increased as well. That can be increased to 3. You can increase your durability to 4, your toughness to 1, your vitality to 30, and you also get healing. This healing is unique in a way that I like, in the sense that I think it's more bursts of health. Like, you don't heal quickly, but like, you take damage, you wait like however many seconds, like 8 to 10 seconds, and you heal like 5 or 6 hearts, which I think is a nice and unique way of doing it. So yeah, that's how are you doing? Right. Yeah, 6. Am I going to count that out? Am I going to bother counting that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Although that's only a rough count, so it might be slightly more or slightly less, give or take like a second or 2. So yeah, decent healing, like I say, which is really what you want. Immortality. You are without age, ever mentally evolving. Wow. Nice. You get extra life though. So each time you sleep, you get a life, a revive, which, and so you die. So if you have one of these, you die, and you don't die. You just live, because you're just that good. I get death is a skill issue, I guess. But yeah, you can die. This can be upgraded 4 times, which allows you to have 5 lives. Which so the max is 5. So every time you sleep, each new day you get another life, which maxes out at 5. So basically, don't waste sleep. Try to die as much as you can, which will be important in a minute, which I'll show you why. But so / scoreboard players set me Gabeups and the Immortal Life 5. So you see that little skull there? I wonder what that is. That is a death counter. You might be questioning, why do you have a death counter? Why is that important for this power? Well, I'll show you. So if I do, this won't kill me, right? God's sakes. That doesn't work. Let's try full damage. I've got to organise my inventory again as well. What I really need is the carrots. And one vial. But so let's set that back to 5. Let's do full damage, because I know that'll work. So let's bam. Oh dear me. That didn't even kill me. Okay, you're really embarrassing me here, game. Let's do this again. Oh. Bam. One of my lives is gone, but my death counter has gone up by 1. Why do you need a death counter? I mean, that must seem pretty weird. Why do you need a death counter for this power? Well, the first defender, having a certain criteria once certain criteria have been met, reaching 50 immortality life uses and unlocking the entire skill tree, unlock this ability to evolve further beyond just a simple immortal human. Warning, unlocking this ability will wipe your current power. I wonder what this might be. Ignore that. Ignore that. I wonder what this might be. I have no idea. Let's set the death counter to 50. You know, I've got the whole thing unlocked. I wonder... Huh. You know, that looks a bit familiar. Oh, my power's different. Oh. The Immortal. You are without age, ever mentally evolving. However, now you have the added bonus of smart atoms mixed into your Dionysium-filled body. Infused would have sounded better, but sure. So, you might notice I've still got my stats. That's an interesting thing about this. I'm obviously the Immortal. I don't know much about him. I really need to watch the Prime Invincible, but I haven't yet. And obviously, like I said, I don't really read comics. You keep your stats, your base stats. So obviously, this is just an upgraded version of the power. So you keep all of your stats that you already have increased. So if I 10 damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there you go. You keep all your upgrades, but now you have only a life counter, which your max is still 5. I believe you can't go to like 6. No, yeah. Oh, and that's the thing. If you try to go above that, it will give you that little message. That's why I said to use them. To begin, that's what I mean. But yeah, so obviously you get your the Immortal. You can increase your... It reset my goddamn experience again. Oh. But so yeah, you can increase your stats. You can increase your durability all the way up to... Oh, even further. I forget. 18. It would have been nice if this had been the chest piece of the Immortal, but yeah. You can increase your toughness as well to 5. You can increase your vitality even more to 42, and your healing can be upgraded once again. This is sort of similar-ish to sort of like Sentry. How with the Sentry power from F Sangs you can unlock the Void power. And only this is an upgrade into a whole new power with the bonus of the stats of the original power. Whereas with the Void, it was more of an add-on to Sentry. Which, if you want to see that, check out my last F Sang review. So, yeah. Obviously, you get this. And, you know, this is nice. This is just nice, generally. You can increase your strength to 5. Then to... Let's just do it to max. 14. This can't use secondaries, by the way. I feel like I should mention that, because obviously Gabeups is sort of an add-on for F Sangs, even though it's expansive in its own ways. Because compatibility makes it so that you can't use secondaries with certain powers, so that obviously you can't power stack too much and you can't be overpowered. Similar to how F Sangs works. Again, maybe check out my reviews. I keep bringing that up. I should really stop because it gets annoying after a while. But yeah, you got enhanced running speed, which is a shift and scroll. Although obviously your running speed is enhanced generally from the previous power. So you can get this all the way up to 100. Yeah, and this has a nice little trail as well. Let's put on the suit. This is a decent suit as well. And then you can increase this 2 more times, which does not increase the amount you can do that by the shift scroll, but it just generally increases what 100% means on a speed like this is even faster. One thing, this is a Palladium thing, but speed trails do also maintain the armor you're wearing. They don't work for curio slots though, so that, you know, could look a bit janky, but apart from that, yeah. So let's go back down. Again, this is 1 per scroll instead of 2% per scroll, which does annoy me a little bit, but I'll get over it. I'll get over it. This is one of my favourite powers in this add-on. I mean, I like all of them. I think they're all very charming, which I really like. All of the powers in this I find are very charming, and they have this really nice style to them. And F Sangs has charming powers, but there's also a lot of them that just feel like a lot of the mutants feel like they're just, oh, same stats, throwing, oh, this one can go invisible, when a lot of other powers can also go invisible, whereas these all feel sort of unique in their own way, which is just because obviously there's not as many of them, so it's easier to make them very like specifically unique. Whereas when you have a lot of powers, it's hard to not have them be a bit samey. But yeah. So your speed's nice. You get a leap as well, which is toggle. So toggled on, it's a nice leap. That's like what? That's like... Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 10 blocks. Let's say 10-ish. Like, 10 to 12 blocks. Nice 10 to 12 block leap. Then, of course, you have flight as well. This is, again, another scroll. This is a nice little animation as well on the flight on this, with the arms out and the legs sort of like they are there. Oh, and this is a nice thing as well. You get a little particle effects behind you when you do it, which I tried to do in that. Which I tried to get this to show up in that little intro, but it didn't work because I was using free cam, and this doesn't show up on free cam because I have to use the I have to hide my stuff, and that hides this in free cam as well. But so that is that, and then that can be increased again. This is very fast dying speed in this. You can go to, I think, 150 max. Is it 150? If I remember, yeah, 150. Your flight is incredibly fast, like very, very fast. This is a very good all-rounder power, which I love with these sorts of powers. I love when they're all-rounders. So okay, let's slow down. So that's the flight, the strength, and the stats. So let's go over the abilities, because let's be honest, that's what a lot of you are here for. So we have our ability 1, which is the block. You can block. That's another thing I like about this, is you don't have to have an ability bar if you don't want to. I like when powers do that. That's one problem I had with the Phoenix Force, which is a secondary, so it's unrelated. This is, again, for a different add-on, but it's just that one comes with the first ability pre-unlocked. So if you have a power like Deadpool, which doesn't have any abilities, you're stuck with an ability bar that you don't want. But because it hides the skin with that. Again, I should stop bringing this up. You can just check out the review yourself if you're interested in the context for what I'm saying. So again, block. Then we have the chokehold, which is a chokehold. It's what it sounds like. So I /summon a husk. Nah, I don't think so. Is that meant to do damage? No, yeah, this is just... Oh, can I... Some of these, I think, are shift. Yeah, so if you shift whilst having that active, you can throw your enemy. That must have been the thing with the Daxamite. Discombobulate. This is another interesting one. Bam. So this is useful against Viltrumites. In Essang's add-on, Viltrumites have a weakness to sound attacks. So things like Scarabs, and there's certain mutations as well as certain weapons that do sound damage, and that's what Viltrumites are weak to, and you can use the Discombobulate, which gives the sound poisoning effect, which is what Viltrumites are weak to. Even more for Viltrumites, yeah. A Demolition. This is destructive flight. So if I just... Oh, bam. Wow. All that destruction. Bam. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. But yeah, so you can just... You got destructive flight.
Narrator narrates all.
God's sakes, I don't want the narrator.
Narrator off.
Goodbye, narrator. It wasn't nice knowing you. So, and then the final one we have is... Where is... Omni-Man. Enter a frenzied state where you're more empowered than before to take down those who have wronged you. Which is, really nice. And that's another thing I like about this. There's just references in the abilities. Essays, there isn't like a massive amount of them. These are all like... It's just charming. It's charming. But yeah, this is a rage mode. Press this. You begin to vibrate with rage, your screen turns red in first person, and you do more damage. Your stats are increased. You just generally increased. You're just like, yeah. Oh. you know, I guess you want to beat the shit. I don't swear. I guess you want to beat up some Viltrumites, you can do that. So yeah, this is the Immortal, which is a very nice power. It's very nice. Obviously, it's an upgrade from the Dionysian power. It takes a while. It takes 50 Minecraft days to get. So obviously that has its own drawbacks for some people, but it really just is a person-to-person thing. If you're willing to put the effort in, it's really nice. So next we have Luke Cage, aka Power Man. I love that show. I love the Netflix show. So we have. How do you get this? You need the Burstein serum, like a super soldier, but more. So, okay, sorry about that. I might mute that. The chair just creaked. In case I do mute that in post. So you need a smithing template, which you can get in Bastions in the end. The Never. You need a super soldier serum, which I went over how to get in, my super soldier review for F-Sangs add-on, so maybe check that out. No, okay. In all seriousness, it's very simple to make. You just need an augmented human DNA sample with this, which you get. Oh, for God's sake, no, I'm not going over this. This is the one break I'm going to have from an F-Sang review. I'm not going over how to do that for the 50 billionth time. And an adamantium block, which you get adamantium by combining 1 vibranium with 2 iron. We went over how to get vibranium earlier. Then you need 9 of those to make a block. And then you can get the Burstein serum, like a super soldier more. So let's get you. Ooh, I've got 22 health and 4 armor and 2 toughness. My base damage is 3. Yeah, the Power Man. So this brand of serum makes you feel like you can do anything. Your skin has become impenetrable, granting you 9 vulnerability. As a base, you gain immunities, projectiles, and a wither effect. The wither effect. Yeah. That was loud. Okay, I might have to lower that in post. I'm really close to the microphone. Yeah. So you get, obviously, enhanced running speed. I believe you are slower in water. Let's get ourselves water bucket. That's just like... Why did I do that? But, maybe not. Let's... No. No, you're not even... Oh. Is that just a show thing? Okay. But yeah, enhanced running speed, which is just an enhanced running speed, not a shift scroll. Obviously I have 3 base damage, which can be upgraded. At max, it can do 12 damage. Durability can be increased all the way up to 20, which makes sense. Toughness all the way up to 8. Oh, never mind. It can be all the way up to 26, which makes sense because I'm nigh invulnerable. Vitality can also be increased all the way up to 30, and accelerated healing. The Burstein process has caused your cells to regenerate at an accelerated rate. You heal more. Yeah. So yeah, this is very decent power. I mean, obviously, it's not cheap, but it's not massively expensive either. Unbreakable block, which is presumably just like all the other blocks we've had so far. Come on. Yeah. Unbreakable block. It's what you expect it to be. So then we have the Unstoppable Haymaker. Reel your fist back and deliver a devastating punch. This scales to your strength upgrades. I'm going to go over here in case it does explosive damage. No, it doesn't. 12. Okay, let's do that again to see how much damage it does. But also Discombobulate, which is the same as the other one, but obviously I'll show this off first. So you do 15 damage, and Discombobulate is a should give the sound poisoning effect, I believe. But generally speaking, this is just a projectile, well, not projectile, but obviously this is a ranged thing. So you just send a blast of that, and yes, it does do these sound poisoning. So this is Power Man. I like this power, mostly because I like the character. And we're very, to be fair, I think we're quite close to, the Defenders. We've got Daredevil in S-Sangs, we've got Power Man here. All we need is, Jessica Jones and Danny Rand, and there you go, we've got it. So, yeah. And the costume's nice as well. All nice designs. And then, of course, this one. I need to remove the power. But this one is one you might not be expecting. DIY Kryptonite Cyborg Kit. It's glowing too much. What might this do? As you make it, you need 2 raw titanium, 2 diamond swords, 4 kryptonite blocks, and 1 quartz flux capacitor, which you get with a lead capacitor, which is made like so, which you then use to make this, which is made like so, and then you get your little DIY kryptonite kit, which makes you Metallo. I think that's what it's called. Damn it, I can't remember. I think it's called Metallo. But yeah, so your skin changes permanently. This is a permanent thing. And you've got a kryptonite core, which obviously gives kryptonite poisoning to anyone around you, which Kryptonians are especially weak to. Cybernetic immunities. With your flesh gone and replaced with electronics, you are immune to all forms of radiation and effects such as poison, wither, and hunger, as well as being able to never suffocate. You can increase your speed, your run speed, which is a noticeable increase. My skin looks terrible when the hair isn't there. But, oh well, can't plan for everything. And flight, you can fly with your little thrusters, which looks nice. This isn't a scroll one. It's just general flight, and I don't think you get fall immunity. Let's test it. Do I get fall immunity? No, I don't. That did so much damage. But you can increase your durability. This can go all the way up to 10. Your toughness can be increased all the way up to 4. You get enhanced vitality, which is 28, and at nanite regeneration, the nanites infused to your metallic skeleton have begun to reconnect and reform the damaged parts of your body, allowing you to heal, in finger quotes. I say that like you can't see that there's finger quotes there. You can increase your damage. Your base is 1, which can be increased to 7. Kryptonite proximity poisoning. Open up the compartment in your chest to reveal your kryptonite heart. The radiation weakens any Kryptonians within a 3-block radius. Kryptonite energy beam eye. Channel kryptonite energy into the mechanical receptors in your foe's eyes to unleash a small, potent green beam at enemies more effective on Kryptonians. Just 3 damage here, and presumably like 5 to Kryptonians. Or it just gives kryptonite poisoning. Snicked. Wrong universe. Mold your metallic hand into a blade for extra cutting and stabbing power. Wow, look at that. You do 10 damage with this. Critical of 15. And then you have you're looking a little green. Channel all of your kryptonite energy that you can amass into a single destructive beam from your chest, which you need your chest. Also, you get a little lump on your chest, which is obviously that. But yeah, so you need this open to do that, and then you can just bam. There's 8 damage a hit. Once that's drained, it seals that up. Then you can use it again, but I'd recommend just waiting for it to recharge. So that's everything with Metallo. Let's remove this. The Kryptonite Nanomachine Flask. So that was Metallo. And then we have the, I believe it's called the Lupinous Extract, which you get through wolf teeth, which I believe you just get from killing dogs. So is it really worth it? Is it worth it? You got to kill dogs to get this. So, you need an activated blood sample, which I went over previously, and a bone, as well as an empty vial. You get this. Does nothing. Look at this. Look at this. Does nothing to me. This is useless. God, why did I ever get this power? Why did I kill those 3 dogs for no reason? Oh, it's night. Oh my god. Yeah, you're a werewolf. You 12 damage a hit. You have 12 armor plus 2 toughness. You're just a werewolf. You can't control this at night. You just transform into this, and I don't think you get any control over it. You get permanent night vision, though, so that's nice. Yeah. Lycanthropic antibodies. Surprisingly, your lycanthropy is so powerful that it overpowers any other foreign toxins in your body. You're immune to poison, hunger, and nausea. Full moon fever. Restless nights are always terrible. However, on the night of a full moon, a terrible monster beyond imagination emerges. Yeah. Looks like you've caught the mangy disease of lycanthropy. Yeah, okay. You can increase your speed, your running speed, which is quite a noticeable increase in running speed. Very noticeable. You also got a leap, which is toggleable, which is nice. You can increase your damage when to 18 in your full form. You can increase your digging, your claw strength alongside your body. Your claws can now do anything required of a wooden pickaxe to all the way up to iron level. So basically, you can just break things at an iron level. It's not any faster. Well, it's a bit faster, but yeah, you can do that. So, dog burrowing. Embody the essence of a mat and dig, which I assume is just, yeah, increased speed on that. Come on. Okay, there you go. But yes, you can just increase your dig speed. It's nice. Also, you can increase your durability as well, all the way up to 20. You can get the thick fur, which increases you all the way up to 5 toughness. Lycanthropic vitality, which increases your health to 32, and regeneration, which is a nice bit of regeneration. Is it as good as the Doctor's? Who knows? Not really. It's not a fair comparison, though. Block. You get a block, which this can be used when you're not transformed as well. It's a block ability. And then you also have the Deadly Fang. Tear them all to shreds. Chomp down on all in... chomp down on all in your way. Why did that take me so long? Didn't show me how much damage I did there. It didn't show me again. Okay, I'm just going to assume it did a fine amount of damage and we're going to move on. Let's make it day again. You might be questioning, what can I do with this then in the day apart from get a block and is my damage increased? Oh, my damage isn't even increased at all. LD, what do I do with this? What possible use could I have for this? I'm only useful at night. Apart from block, which doesn't have a cooldown. I'd never noticed that before. Okay, I'd never noticed that. That's very overpowered. Oh, and you get the leap as well, so you can leap. And you get a block. Am I gonna... Oh my god. Oh, do I really want to keep doing this? No, let's... So, yeah, what can you do in the day with this? Oh my god. By using your mental imagery, picture the full moon in your mind, willing yourself to take on a partial form of the beast to shred through your enemies while it... God's sakes. Oh my goodness. Let's just finish reading this. Still retaining sense of yourself. Oh. Whatever could I do with this? You know, with great power comes great need to kill this goddamn husk. Yeah, so you can just use your powers in the day, but they're slightly weaker, and also you look a bit ugly. Not ugly, you look a bit, what's the word? You look a bit like a dog, which is, you know, that might be preferable to some people, I don't know. But yeah, so you can do you get a partial transformation, which is just weaker, but allows you to use your abilities in the day. Which is nice. It can be nice. I didn't realise this block didn't have a cooldown. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Also, you have an enhanced running speed, although I don't know if it's as fast as when you're fully transformed. But that is everything with the lycanthropy. What's next? What do we have next? Oh, God, you know, oh, my arm feels a bit funny. Oh God, where's it gone? I wonder which power this is. Could you guess? Could you guess what power this is? Based off those amazing context clues. Yeah, you're the lizard. You're Dr. Kurt Connors. You've changed into a monster. You can freely transform into the lizard, but turning back is a trickier situation. Whilst transformed, you're immune to gamma radiation, poison, strength, and regeneration effects. Was it worth it? Yeah, I'm a cool-ass lizard, man. Look at me. Look at me. I'm badass. You get 26 health, 8 armor. You have a slight regeneration, which makes sense, because you're, a lizard. You get the lizard effect. So basically, whilst you have this effect, the power's active, and then once this runs out, you de-transform. But yeah, so your durability can be increased all the way up to 24. Your toughness all the way up to 5. Vitality all the way up to 34. And you can increase your healing, which is a very decent amount, which makes sense because then you're a lizard. You also have an enhanced running speed. And you have an enhanced strength, which can increase your damage all the way up to 14. You can upgrade the lizard lunge forward in your lizard form and chomp down on your opponent. Come on, buddy. So let's just make sure that didn't. God damn it. Okay. So what's the next one? Lizard screech. Let out a guttural screech. Anyone affected in the radius will take damage, and anyone weak to sound will receive sound poisoning. Right, so let's do this again. Does that do 14? I guess it's just a lunge. And then... Oh, these all got affected as well. But it's like 10 damage, and it's given this. So, there's nice little useful power. Then, of course, we have the Lizard Grapple. Thrash your opponent around like a ragdoll, activating this ability to grab and throw them. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Bam. Okay, threw him. And he's dead. And this is, just deactivated. Oh, my little bar's filled up. I wonder what that means. Maybe we'll go over that in a second. Controllable transformations. You finally managed to control your transformations. Crouch and press the transformation button to revert to any time. You no longer are bound by time restrictions. Yeah. But you notice we still got that little locked ability. I wonder, what might that be? Apex Predator. This seems like a bad idea. Once you've taken enough damage in your energy bar, transform into a monstrous lizard, even larger and stronger than before. That might sound really weird on the microphone. Right, so yeah, let's / damage me. Do me some damage. Me, please. 20. Oh dearie me, I've taken so much damage. 10. Okay, let's heal a bit. 10. Okay, yeah. Let's heal a bit more even. This doesn't go away once you deactivate it as well, so that's useful. And obviously because it's controllable, that's even nicer now. Right. Bam. Oh god, I've taken so much damage. How dare I'll curse you, Spider-Man. Ah, that was terrible. You just get bigger, you just get buffer. And your chest gets wider. But yeah. You get increased stats, increased health, you 20 damage a hit. Yeah, you just get very strong. I assume this runs out after a while or when you de-transform. I can't de-transform. Okay, so until this runs out, you are locked into your lizard form. So if you need any hunger, get it beforehand. Yeah. Oh, curse you, Spider-Man. I don't know any Kurt Connor references. Right, let's try and get this out. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I did it. That was nice. There you go, that's the lizard. It can be a useful power. It really depends on how you use it. But yes, it can be very useful. And then, I wonder what you might be. Come on, break this. Human bat mutate injection? Huh? What? I didn't go over the goddamn recipe for the... How do you make the reptile DNA serum, by the way? You take a turtle shell, a super soldier serum, and a sort of chemicals. How do you get a sort of chemicals? Watch my Speed Force review that's slightly outdated, but I think the way you get the chemicals is not outdated. So yeah. But you use this, then you get blood sickness for a minute. Then you just wait a minute. You just wait. It says on the thing as a warning that it will overwrite your powers if you don't wait a minute. I'm going to speed this up in post as well. I'm just going to shake whilst you're doing this. Oh, hello there. It's editing, Nathan. Isn't this a surprise? I forgot to unmute my microphone. So I figured it out quite quickly, luckily. All I said during this was that I forgot to reset the blood when I was testing on the level, and that you get the power after waiting 1 minute for the thing to end, and that you die if you don't have any blood. And obviously you get slowness in the sun. Then later on I'll go over how you get that, but I'm very quickly about to realise there's a problem and fix it, but I figured I'd add this in just that there's not silence. Alright, I'm back. I muted the microphone and I forgot I muted it, but so that's obviously hasn't been getting any audio, but I'll probably just do a voiceover of that and explain, whatever, what's not, and then I'll cut to this. So yeah, you're starving because you don't have any blood. How do you fix that? You find passive mobs mostly. I mean, I don't know if any mob works. But passive mobs. You kill some passive mobs. Come on, come on. We're gonna die. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, there you go. That's didn't work. Bam, bam. You need to kill a few. That's on me. Okay, there you go. Very quickly, let's unlock our strength upgrades because we're going to need those. Very quickly, come on, get it done. Okay. Because that drains fast-ish. And I do not want to suffer and die. Now, I'm not burning in the sun for some reason, but I'll figure out why that's not happening in a minute. So, damage. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you can do that, and you get your blood up, and you can also use echolocation, which just highlights things around you. Why am I not? Okay, slash. Do I have a slash time? I should do it. Slash time set day. Oh no, it's slowness. That's it. I'm getting slowness because I'm in the sun. Put on this, and that goes away. The what's it called again? The ultraviolet protective covering. How do you get the human bat mutate injection? Anyway, you get vampire bat blood. So it's not things bottled up from a bat. Yes, it is a bit. How do you get this though? That's one thing I should say. Is you just kill bats. There's the specific variant that's called the vampire bat, which just has a chance of spawning where bats spawn. So wherever a bat spawns, a vampire bat could spawn, and it's slightly bigger, and I believe it's just slightly darker on the fur. And you look out for that. You kill one of those, and you get vampire bat blood, and you need 8 and 1 activated blood sample to make your human bat mutate injection. which you then use to get this power with the whole timer going down thing, which I probably explained in post because I forgot to unmute the thing, which is a good thing I realised because it would have been a lot bigger of an issue if I hadn't. You can increase your speed, your running speed, that can go very high. Your stats can also be increased. Durability to 5. Your vitality can be increased all the way up to 32. And you can increase your healing, accelerated healing. Psionic hypnosis. You've learned to become more persuasive. Using your psionic powers, you've learned the art of mesmerization and hypnosis. This first iteration can be used on yourself to give yourself hero of the village effect. I'm hero of the village, and I'm dying of. I don't have enough blood. Oh goodness me! Whatever will I do? Boom, boom. It is very annoying to keep up, but you sort of have to do it. Again, it's a decent power. There's other ways of doing this. I should probably explain those. Edible plasma substitute. So you can use this as a substitute to killing those animals. You still need to get raw pork chop, but that's about it. Tainted blood. How do you get tainted blood? From yourself. When you're a vampire, your blood becomes tainted. So you use an empty vial, shift right click, and you give yourself tainted blood to make the edible plasma. And the edible plasma, I believe, gives you quite a bit more. I forgot to fill this, didn't I? I forgot to fill that. I knew as well. I thought to myself just then, I forgot to fill that. Edible plasma. But yeah, so your edible plasma does a lot on the bar. This is what you should go for. But yeah, so your edible plasma, you can do like 14 damage a hit, which I'm assuming is slightly increased by this. It even says here, you are a creature of the night mutated by science. You feel stronger, more alive than ever, but awaken with a craving for blood. Kill mobs or drink blood vials / injections from Sangs or Gabeups to restore blood levels, which I believe does that still work? I'm not going to check right now because I really cannot be bothered at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, psionic hypnosis. You've learned to become more persuasive. Okay, the secondary iteration is to be used on targets that afflict them with nausea and slowness, which I assume you can change with these shift. Yeah, level 2, and then level 3. This final iteration puts sheer terror into your victims, freezing them dead in their track. Also works in an AOE, area of effect. That means, just for anyone who didn't know. So let's get 2 of these. On one end, we have test subject 1. Nausea and slowness. And on the other end, we have test subject number 2. Come on. Bam. That didn't work in AoE, so that's a bit annoying. Right, we'll wait for that to restart as well. So the echolocation's nice. Highlight entities if you're looking for something specific, that could be useful. And it's a toggle as well that does drain your blood. Alright, Frozen dead in his tracks. You as well? No, just never mind. It just isn't working for me. Okay. Well, so yeah, that's. Oh, and this enhanced flight. It's not really. It's not. This is a noticeable upgrade, but even then, that's a bit. You can fly. It's you can float as well. That's. I don't know if can he do this in the. Is this a thing he does in the comics or in the shows or in the medias? Yeah, this is increased by the amount of blood you have. I think that's a thing he does. I don't know. I don't know much about Morbius. This is Morbius. I didn't mention that. This is Morbius's power. You are Morbius. Yeah, it's Morbin time. So that's Morbius's power. Let's take this headdress off. Right, so the ultraviolet protective covering. Next, we have the Seafote DNA. So as it might sound, you need to be in water for these. Let's go over here. Teleport here. Oh, for God's sakes. I'll be able to fix that in post, luckily. Right, so you have the Seafote DNA. You get the Ray variant, which is 4 Phantom Membrane, 2 activated blood samples, 2 Prismarine, and 1 Heart of the Sea, which gives you the Ray variant. Was that the Ray variant? Yes, that was the Ray variant. Right, so you need to be in water for this to live, because these are sort of similar to the Atlantean variants. Seafote physiology, you are now a child of the sea. Whether from Atlantis or Lemuria, your unique body gives you an edge. Yeah. Enhanced swim speed, all the way up to 3 levels. This is very noticeably enhanced. You also get night vision and water breathing. Then, of course, you have enhanced damage, which I'll show off in a minute. Your stats, you can increase your durability all the way up to 12. Your vitality can be increased all the way up to 30, and your healing can also be increased, accelerated healing. Then, of course, you have abilities. Pectoral gliding. Use your fins on your arms to glide through the air if you find yourself on the surface. And venom sting. Secrete venom from your fins and hit your opponent with a venom sting. This variant can last longer on land than the octopus variant. Yeah. You can also get the aquatic breathing device, which is 4 titanium, 2 prismarine, 2 tinted glass, and 1 heart of the sea, which allows you to breathe on land. This can also be used on the Atlantean sea changed variant to allow you to breathe on the land with that. Right, so let's go over to back here so that I can show off the damage. So your base damage is... I was wondering what that was. It's goddamn replay mod. 2 damage, which can then be increased to 4, which can then be increased to 6, which can then be increased to 8. It's got your... Oh, it's a glide. It's an actual glide. Yeah, okay. I didn't think it was an actual glide. Then you have the sting. Oh, I've just poisoned myself. But it gives poison. It gives poison 2 for however many seconds. I don't think you should be able to poison yourself with it, but yeah. I suppose it does damage as well. And then yours the octopus variant. How do you craft the octopus variant? That is 4 glow ink sacks, 2 prismarine, 2 activated blood samples, genetics and such, and a heart-shaped herb. Yeah, you do 2 damage. Again, you have slightly less enhanced swim speed. Your durability can be increased to 6. Your vitality, again, can be increased to 34. And your healing can be accelerated. So I believe your stats are better. Yes. Well, weaker on strength and durability, but better on healing and health and things like that. Strength is 6, so you're weaker. Cephalobodymorph. Use your unique boneless body to fold and fashion your body into your stretchy cranium, rendering you a head that can squeeze through 1 block tall things. Yeah. It's become an octopus. Then, of course, we have the ink spray. Spray a blast of ink from your mouth, blinding and nauseating anyone it comes into contact with. Bam. Ink. And then camouflage. Blend in with your surroundings to ambush your opponents. Not true invisibility, though. So, keep that in mind. But yeah, so that's the octopus variant. And of course you have this is a big one, the aquatic breathing device, because that's very useful with the Atlantean sea change variant. So that's the last power. Now we're going to move on to the few items that are here, as well as I'm going to go over the armour. I'll go over the armour first. So I've been showing off a few armours here, and I should probably tell you how to make them. So you need costume bases. Costume helmet, chest plate, leggings, and boots. You make these with 4 basic white fabric. All fabrics are made with a white dye and with a dye of your choosing for what colour you want, and 8 strings surrounding it, which gives you 8 of whatever fabric. But yes, you use white fabric to make what the costume pieces, which you need 4 threads for. But yes, you make these, and then you turn these into the suits. The Pratt variant and the Morbius one are with the base. A lot of these are with the base. But you see these are you can upgrade them as well. So suits that have more durability are upgraded variants. So you have a 4 white fabric and 4 iron ingots to make the enhanced costume leggings, which can make Immortal's suit and Power Man. And then it's the exact same recipe, but with 4 diamonds instead of 4 iron to make the superior variant, which can make the Daxamite suit, as well as the solar bodysuit. You need 3 of these, 2 basic white fabric, and the Lux Metallo weave, a durable super light absorbent crystal metal fabric. You make this, so you make Lux quartz, which is nether quartz, a diamond, and prismarine crystals. You get 2 per thing. You need 2 of these of vibranium ingot and 1 white fabric to make this, and of course its only use is to make the solar bodysuit. Then we have those are all the suits. That's how you make the suits. And then we have these things. This is the Legion flight ring, which you make with Valorium ingot, anti-gravity alloy, which is 1 metal with 2 iron ingots, which you find in a meteorite, which I go over in my Atlanteans video. You use 4 Valorium ingots and 1 vibranium flux capacitor to make this. It is the weather. This is a weather thing. /weather clear. It's just a way to fly without needing a power. It's very slow at first, but it can be upgraded with iron, gold, diamond, and vibranium circuits. How do you make circuits? Let's just show you the recipes for those. Circuits. So you have the iron circuit, which is 4 iron, 2 gold. You have the gold circuit, which is 4 gold, 2 iron. The diamond, it's a very simple recipe scheme, apart from the quartz one, which is slightly different and things like that. But yeah, some of these are base palladium, and some of them are added by S-Sang's add-on. So then you can upgrade level 1 upgrade is with iron, and this increases it, which is a noticeable increase. Then you have the Legion flight ring upgrade at 2, which is again another noticeable increase. Level 3, which is another noticeable increase, and level 4, which is another noticeable increase, and they cost different increments of different circuits. You can stack this with other powers, so if you have a power that can't fly, just get a Legion flight ring. And then lastly, the last thing we're going over is what's it called specifically? The modified bow. This can use regular arrows, but it can also use any variety arrows from this add-on and S-Sang's. So I think it's if I have this first in the thing. Shoots a regular arrow. Then if I put the lead arrow first, which is something that Daxamites are weak to, as long as they aren't immune. How much damage does it do though? 3 damage. You get the kryptonite arrow, which is an S-Sang one. Just 5 damage, and obviously just kryptonite damage. Impact arrows, which causes explosions, I believe. No, that's the other type. Impact arrows do 3. These are all S-Sang ones, but I'm going to show them off anyway. Smoke arrow. Oh. Never mind. The modified bow cannot shoot F-Sang arrows. I thought it could, but no, because it shot a kryptonite one. I guess it just can't shoot these ones. I guess you need to combat both of these, which is another F-Sang thing. Which is, the combat, but no, it's not called that. It's... why am I even doing this? The compound bow. But yeah. So that is that. It's a modified bow. It shoots things. Arrows. Specific arrows. Special arrows. Right, well, I'm going to move on to the outro because that was everything. There's nothing left. So, see you there. Right, well, thank you all for watching. As previously stated, the mod, as well as the map I'm using, will be linked in the description. If you enjoyed, please feel free to like and subscribe. I hope you have enjoyed the review. I hope you maybe stick around for a few more, or maybe check out a few of my previous ones. And bye.